Okay, mic check 1 2 1 2. What it do, fools? Boy, I ain't been streaming in a hot minute. I know y'all. I know. I miss y'all too. It been a minute, but I'm back. I'm here. I'm here. The goddamn chaos round just dropped, and we waiting on it to load. That's all we went on. We just went on it to load. I'm impatient. Damn, it taking too long to update though. Like, it feeling like my shit ain't moving or something. I know it ain't ready. It feel like my shit ain't moving or something. Trip. 2%. I know. Do I have to start my game over? I swear it seems like my shit ain't moving. Like, and I know I'm connected hard. Why the fuck it ain't moving? Alright. I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos of this shit though until then. Let it download. Go on YouTube. First of all, I'm finna restart my game. Restart it. I need to know what's up. Why my shit taking too long? Everybody streaming the chaos round. I'm ready to see this shit. Wonder who we get first. Know what I want to know? Who we get first? Who do we get first in the chaos round? Let's see why my fuck. My shit taking so long. Update. That was pissing me off. Y'all excuse me. Your boy hungry. I got the grub. I had to eat some. Everyone got me a little Hunt Brother pizza. Oh, and them busting. Oh, yes, sir, ski. No, I gotta figure out, though. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to see nobody stream yet. I might look at somebody's stream, but I don't want to see nobody's stream yet.
Is unknowable, unpredictable. You are in no way prepared to stop the pain you will endure.
Why this shit gonna be hard? Man, they need to come on with it. I need to check. Let me see some. See my shit up, dang. Y'all excuse me. I'm letting the fat kid out of me right now. It still ain't up, dang yet. Yeah, 4%. Ain't no way in hell my shit moving this slow. I know it ain't. Yeah, it's down low. It's slow as fuck. Damn. It's gonna fuck with me. I ain't gonna cap. Everybody playing it right now, but me. It's a lot of speculations and stuff going on about it. I'm so ready to play it. Shit. We just need to hurry up and get done down low. I'm just impatient, y'all. Y'all don't mind. Don't worry about me. I'm just impatient.
Could you describe him for me?
A white man, dark hair.
Noob Saibot is the only character with 2 different forward throws. He can also buff his abilities and become overpowered for a short period, but you can only do this once a match. And get this, Noob Saibot has the largest move list in the game. That's right, you heard me correctly, and we're just getting started. Noob Saibot's gameplay explained early. That's right, you don't have to wait until the combat cast, because today's video will give you a solid breakdown of how Noob Saibot plays in Mortal Kombat 1. So if you're excited for Noob Saibot, or simply love Mortal Kombat, then smash that like button and let's begin.
That's what I need to go do. I need to go look at the combat cam. That's what I need to go look at.
And you'll see during the walkthrough, the portals can get a lot of them.
We got it to work.
Things can happen. So
I got the
that's my
fucking
favorite.
stream to work. My goodness,
that.
man.
I gotta go with the
crazy.
fatality. I love the very
Shit
end
just
when
died.
the Shadow Clone rips out their spine and skull. It reminds me of Sub-Zero's Deadly Alliance fatality, where he reaches out the back and rips out their skeleton.
Right.
So it's almost like
Crazy,
you know,
guys.
Sub-Zero comes Noob Saibot, uses his clone to kind of pay tribute to a classic
My
fatality.
computer just would not find the server.
I like the animality. It's just like a classic.
turned it off and
throwback
on
to
so
Noob's,
many times, but it's okay,
fatality
we're
from MK9. Like
Make a wish.
Make
Yeah,
a wish.
good.
Make a wish, but with alligators.
Yep.
I needed that.
I love it.
I love the alligator and then the shadowy alligator. He's always got his good friend within the shadow.
Him in a shadow, absolutely.
So we have a lot of stuff to go over today,
Yeah.
and DK, this is gonna be the DK time.
Yo, Danny
segment.
boy,
Yeah, there's a lot of
embrace
talking.
We
chaos
got
with the
some stuff to
$5
talk about.
donation.
There's a lot
Thank
to
you so
talk
much.
about.
I
Let's-
appreciate
let's
that.
go
That's
into
5
something
big
out.
ones.
Okay, terrific. So we've got a new season of Invasions.
Come on.
Season 8.
Oh, so Invasions
It
is not going
season
away,
of
okay.
The Dark Dragon, where Liu Kang is the invading force, and he's gone mad with power. So he's brought his army of
Whoa, these costumes are pretty
constructs
sick.
with him to take over the time.
Yeah, this shit
Broken
look
Ronin
lit.
with the 15-month resubscription. Thank you so much.
Through playing this season of Invasions, along with
Said
what will be
15
in the
months
season
down,
of Shock.
forever to go, super.
And
I
we
love
have
you,
more
Broken
about
Ronin.
season
Thank you
eight.
so much.
I need to do a combat card where I don't hear old buddy talking that much.
having liberated the hourglass and become keeper of time, I was free to craft a new era of peace.
As long as I've known you, you've dreamed of leaving.
Why is that showing that? That gameplay ain't it? Yeah. I want the comeback card.
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief. Minimum
for you. Havoc has some stuff coming, and to show you, we have a bit
some
of
changes.
Same
we'll
dude.
come back and explain what you saw.
Inject some chaos into it.
Yep.
I want to see some changes for this upcoming patch. Oh, they spent what? What the hell?
Damn.
Oh
Boy,
my
Havoc doing some
God.
wild shit.
Now
this
he
might be something
has
you want to go back and
an
watch
overhead
again to see
kick
what had happened, but there
and
are
also a
couple things
low
in that video
arm rip.
which, if you know,
Sub-Zero cameo. New move. He does have a new move. He has the ice aura now. What? Oh, that's sick. I did not expect that. He tosses you as an ice clone? He has the ice clone toss now?
Let's take a look at that video.
I assume it's only to beat up your opponent's cameo? Yeah. I love it. Jax is just beating the shit out of Chameleon in the background.
Gotcha.
See my black ass.
I think it's time to move on to the main event of the show. We got Noob Saibot.
Saibot.
And before we start, let's talk about Noob. Who is Noob? What is Noob?
Well, Noob debuted in MK2 as one of the 3 secret characters. To get to him, you had to win 50 fights in a row.
Hey!
And he started off as just a black silhouette of a ninja. He could do Scorpion's Harpoon. He was just a secret character. But in later games, Trilogy, Ultimate MK3, some of the home versions, then MK4 the home versions, and on, he became more fleshed out, more lore, more moves. I think a lot of long-term fans will know that in the original timeline, he was Sub-Zero, killed by Scorpion in the first tournament. Quan Chi brought him back to life as this ghostly wraith or revenant.
Quan Chi.
And he was a member of the Brotherhood of the Shadows, and he had his shadow powers. In the new era, things are a bit different. This time, he has been chaos pilled by Havoc.
Shut the front door.
He is a creature of chaos. And so, you know,
Or is it
his
shut the
powers are
front
very
door?
similar.
Yeah,
He spells
no.
the shadows, portals, but he's way more of a chaotic cleric of chaos and true believer in anarchy instead of the kind of dark arts Quan Chi stuff.
Right.
And of course, You can play Khaos Reigns to see the expansion and see how old Bihan adjusts to this change. Not well.
Not well. Not
No.
well. All right, so let's do
let's
it.
go into his gameplay. Let's start with his normal attacks, which almost every normal attack he has, he uses a shadow.
If you're gonna use it, you might as well use it.
Right,
I mean,
they
you gotta
are a
use it.
true tag team. We'll check out his throw. I love that little third strike.
Really want to see what the gear option is.
I like even his little punches.
Hoping it's the headpiece.
Do his sweep again.
Absolutely.
Bam.
Is it necessary?
It's so good.
Really good sweep. Really good. I mean,
That's pretty
uppercut just covers all the airspace
Right.
you need.
And so a couple moves I wanted to go over was his forward one, which is a pretty decent advancing mid. It's pretty quick. He has different variations from it. Wanted to go over his back three, which is a low. You can combo into moves. And then lastly, his forward three, which is a pretty quick overhead that slaps them down, so you can mix it up.
And even if you just
That is
notice, like,
awesome.
his shadow in comparison to normal roster shadows are not the same, right? Like it's kind of like this little
Yes.
mystic.
Get a good look at it because it's going to be gameplay relevant. It's
What?
not just badass looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go over his special moves because it is extensive. Off the top of my head, I think he may have the biggest list of special moves in the game.
Oh
Maybe
man,
up to,
he's gonna
like,
be a troll.
Garrus, maybe.
Probably.
Those- yeah.
So let's start off with the classic. One of the first special moves he ever had was his
grab.
teleport slam. Teleports in, drops them. You can do it in the air. EX version will pop them up through a portal. This is a great anti-zoning move, a great mobility tool. You can jump back and do it. You can jump forward. Catch you by surprise very quick. It's pretty much exactly what's
standard.
been for 30 years.
It's what you expect out of
Yeah.
you.
Never,
You
Exactly.
move, I gotcha.
That move
Yep.
never tilted me ever.
No.
Then let's go over arguably his second most iconic move, the Ghost Ball. And this is a projectile that's changed many times in the life of MK, and I think this might be
Debatable.
the coolest version yet. So, the Ghost Ball is pretty
Know
slow,
about all that.
but if it hits or they block it,
I feel like
they
the
get
clone
this
is
green
number 2.
chaotic effect on them. And this primes him to detonate it, which is a pop-up. So, once he's got it on, you can see it last quite a bit of time. At any moment, he can detonate it and then get a full combo.
That's gonna be so big.
Cool.
And
Damn, we
remember,
got a
that's
little
on
minute.
hit or block that they get primed. He also has an EX version, where once you do it, the clone starts summoning it.
Oh, that sneaky clone.
Noob is free to move around, and then any time you can let it go. And remember, on block, so Noob could be doing block strings, setups, knockdowns, stuff like that, and the clone is waiting to do it.
And you'll notice the aura lasts a while.
It does last
Yeah.
quite a while. Another alternate thing of this is there's an EX version of the detonate that you can cancel as soon as the regular Ghost Ball hits. So he can immediately use it almost like a pop-up projectile.
Yeah.
That does take 2 bars, so it's, pretty expensive to use, but it can be pretty effective for your combos. The next move I want to show is a classic, probably like one of the classic MK9 moves, his portal. It goes up, it comes down, hit combos.
Oh,
close,
just seeing the animation
medium,
makes me nice and
far
giddy.
version.
Yeah, Portal.
Keep 'em guessing.
And yeah, you got to keep them guessing. And when you have slower projectiles like Noob Cybot, one of the things the opponent's going to want to do is their projectiles, which is going to be dangerous.
Some purple
because of
there.
The move we showed at the beginning. The teleport.
He gonna
Yep.
grab you. He gonna grab you.
Now, what was another iconic move from previous games like MK9? The
Slide.
running man.
Oh, running.
Spam.
And there you
There
go,
it
it's back.
is.
He does a ninja run, throws them down with that tackle, and the EX version pops them up.
Naruto runs.
Classic ninja pop-up.
Love it.
Then,
Yeah, this
you're
shit
about to
finna get
say it,
wild.
The slide.
Oh, it's actually
Now, here's
back.
something
There's the
really neat.
slide.
Some of his moves, when he uses the clone will go away because it has to return. Look at his shadow. Get a good look at there.
Yeah.
When you do the slide, the shadow's actually gone, and when it comes back, that's when it's fully loaded.
Oh.
Now, some of these moves, if you don't have the clone, will actually change.
Oh.
Without the clone, he does a classic Sub-Zero like slide.
We can do a slide after slide?
Exactly. Since the
Oh
slide is not there,
my
Kyle's tagged out.
god.
Now you're putting yourself closer to them. You're not.
Yes.
Because the regular, the
Oh,
slide
man.
almost like a projectile.
That is
Exactly.
sick.
Let's go over a couple other moves because
That
he
is
has even
sick.
more like pop-ups.
Oh, he's gonna be
These
such
are
a
the
troll.
kind of zoning moves.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
go over some of the
mad
up-close
crazy.
moves.
Great.
Down back 3 is this ninja kick where they work together. The EX version pops them up even better, and he can get a combo. And then he has down back 4, which is the opposite, a low kick. It'll trip them. The EX is his armor. So his armor, he's not going to get like a full combo. It's not like the best reward in the world, but you're never going to complain about having a good armor.
No, nobody complains about that.
And that's all of his grounded moves. What about the air?
What about the air?
Well, there's
The suspense.
a lot more because he has multiple different dive kicks. So let's start.
All
He
right,
has an
let's
air
see.
dive kick where he sends out his clone, and you can see this has a decent amount of cooldown. This is another one where on cooldown he himself will do a dive kick. He also has a straight dive kick that goes straight across the screen. He can do that for jump kicks. He can do it
Wow.
as a preemptive anti-air. And then he has a downward trajectory dive kick. And if you EX it, they are staggered
Oh man.
for a full combo.
Don't tell me there's more.
There is a major new mechanic that I think really separates this noob from other iterations.
Kind of my favorite thing, actually. I
So
love it.
let's go over Embrace Chaos.
Yeah, the hand on
Once
his
per
waist.
match, you may have noticed he has this severed hand on his hip. It's very crazy and chaotic. A severed hand.
Is it Smoke's hand?
Once per
Whose
match,
hand is it?
he can bring it out, destroy it, yell "Embrace Chaos," and now he gains access to a
Sub-Zero's,
brand new special move. It's a
original
low-hitting,
hand?
homing projectile
And then he grew another one.
that pops the opponent up. Oh, yeah, see, I now can't do it.
Yeah, because you did it
per
once,
match,
right?
You have a certain amount of time. Yeah.
Yes. So he gains access
you're
to that
buffed.
move, and that's a tracking move. It's not
Wow.
moving far. And then all of his shadow special moves gain the ability to throw the opponent into a portal
That's
or a pop-up. So his
That's
slide,
fire.
regular, non-EX.
That's fire.
I don't want to hide from them anymore. What do we do?
Are we not men?
Becomes a pop-up.
Yeah.
All of his dive kick moves become a pop-up. All those shadow moves now become pop-ups. So he has easily the largest amount of comboable starter moves
In the game, yeah.
Including his throw, obviously. could do
Right.
it.
But
mind blown.
Damn.
the shadow is not coming back.
What?
For the rest of that round, all of his shadow attacks are disabled. So back forward 4 is only just now the regular slide.
Little risk
So you're
reward.
looking at it as a nuclear option.
Yes, the rest, this string, he can no longer finish it. He has to do a shorter version. Look at his uppercut. It's a standard uppercut.
You think you can finish the round? You better.
Look at his sweep. It's just a regular sweep. So to be clear again,
That's gonna be really
once
cool,
per
man.
game, you can
That
use
shit
it.
gonna be crazy.
It works for that round, and once the timer is done, for the rest of the round, he will not have access to his clone.
But there will be some monster combos if you can get it off
Right.
during that 10 or 12 seconds.
So essentially, once per match, you decide to become kind of the combo master in the game with the most amount of options and access to this very, very strong screw your neutral, I do what I want move. But the price
Yeah.
you pay, if it doesn't work, if you don't win, is you're spending the rest of that round in a significantly weaker, lesser state.
And-
Not helpless.
Most importantly, you no longer have a cool hand on your hip.
That's
okay?
true, and you've lost your good chum, your buddy, and you're lonely.
Right? Oh my goodness. What else we got?
Well, we have a fatal blow.
Yeah!
And his
All right.
entry, the attack that leads into it, is also very strong. It's a tracking low, so you want to go into it?
Well, let's do it.
From the ground, just pulls.
Where do you think they went for that second? I don't want to think about it.
Oh, that's one of the best bone crushing.
That was
things in
really
the
cool.
game.
That was really cool. I almost kind of want to see it again.
You want to see it again?
I do.
Tyler?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Wait a minute here.
Now, did you catch that?
They didn't go anywhere that time.
Cameo Sector has a special fatal blow into where if you hit the R1 button, you will shoot a rocket, so it becomes a projectile fatal blow attack.
That's
And
pretty
so
cool.
that works with everybody because it's
Correct,
Cameo.
because it's Cameo. It's very similar to Motaro's alternate fatal blow into.
Very cool, very cool.
All right, so
Nuke
that was
Cybot.
Cybot. Very
Looks
exciting.
awesome.
This has been a lot.
I gotta say, I do want to mention something. When on the 24th, we will have Twitch drops are coming back.
Ooh.
So make sure you watch some streams during that day, and you'll see you'll get some different palettes and whatnot from just watching streamers. So make sure you're signed up with that.
Most importantly,
Yes, sir.
birthday shout-outs.
Don't forget to pre-order, so you get your pre-order skins.
Yes.
UMK3 Sub-Zero, let's go.
Second most importantly, birthday shout-outs. Let's go.
Khaos Reigns is coming out really soon.
That was up though. I'm just ready to play now. Now I'm ready to play. Everybody playing now. Some of my boy Kenny Bonds talking about
Shopify has impacted our business heavily. It gives us a platform.
What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and Khaos Reigns is officially upon us. Like, you can literally go download it on your PlayStation right now. Not your Xbox, but that's another argument we'll take on another day. Today, we're here to talk about the fact that Ed Boon stayed true to his word, because when Khaos Reigns was first announced, he told us there would be a big secret hidden in here, but they would not tell us who or what it was until we actually got in here and found it. And up until this point, we still have no idea who or what this big secret is. So today, we take a look at possibilities. But first, help me out by dropping a like on this video, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on Mortal Kombat 1. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy. They're coming
Run,
boy.
All right, so for those of you who may be unaware of what I'm talking about when I say there's a secret hidden in this Khaos Reigns expansion, let's go ahead and listen to the quote from Ed Boon himself. But I want you to pay attention to exactly what he's comparing this secret to.
I remember when they
know
said
that you're technically the longest standing voice actor for a video game ever, as you provide the vocal samples for Scorpion in each game, and that Nuke Cybot, who is going to be a part of Khaos Reigns, is kind of yours and John's namesake. Are there any other Easter eggs that are a part of the expansion?
Yes, there's a big one that we're just not announcing. And like when we did the first Mortal Kombat game, we put a character in Reptile, and we never told anyone. We just put it in there, and then actually I didn't even tell the people I was working with, that it was in there. And the idea was to make it really rare, make it feel like a rumor, but it's actually there. And we want to do something like that again. So that's the extent I probably want to go. But you'll definitely start hearing about it, and you'll think back to today and go, oh, that's what he was talking about.
So the idea was to make something that was so rare that it felt like a rumor, but it's actually in the game. And he's saying they want to do that again, which means whatever this is, it's going to be pretty hard to unlock. If this can even be unlocked. Because if you think back to the original Mortal Kombat game, while you could fight Reptile, he was not a playable character. So that's going to be something we want to keep in mind as well. But let's take a look at what we had to do to even fight Reptile in the original Mortal Kombat game, because it's not like they didn't give us any hints. So we may see the same thing in Mortal Kombat 1. Alright, so we head to MortalKombatSecrets.net to take a look at exactly what you had to do to even fight Reptile in the original Mortal Kombat game. And I was a tyke playing on Super Nintendo back then, so let's go to the Super Nintendo version. Alright, So what you had to do was
it.
start a one-player game. I already got nixed out right there because we always play
Hey,
with two controllers.
what you know
At
good,
the pit,
man?
win a double flawless victory with the.
I had to pause that, man. Good to see you too, man. I've been chilling for a minute. I've been laid back. Say this the most hype you been for a game since I feel you, bro. I feel you, gang. I ain't gonna count. I feel you. I feel you on that. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back heavy on it now. I'm back streaming heavy again. I know it's been a minute. It's good to see you too, gang. You can hear me good? Just make sure you can hear me good. Can you hear me good? Mic check. Yeah.
Fatality without blocking at all. Now, I don't know if this is because I was like 3 years old back then playing this, but the AI was very...
Q, you already done downloaded? Is it working on you? What you on? You on PlayStation, ain't you? PlayStation or Xbox? What you on? Have you downloaded it already? Is it working for you?
difficult,
Let
but
me
not
know
all the
something.
time. It's like you go in and play the arcade ladder, you can beat the first 4 fights with ease, but when you get to fight number 5, the AI gets very aggressive and they will just wash you. Then you go back to the character selection screen and come back to that same fight and you can beat them easy as well. You know what? Thinking back on it, I bet they put you in the pit during that crazy difficulty spike. That's probably how they kept people from getting to Reptile. But double flawless victory, you know what? It sounds very hard, but maybe it's doable. With the fatality, that's definitely doable. Without blocking at all, just makes this thing seem impossible. So shout out to all of the players who got to fight Reptile back then, but I can tell you this, we absolutely did not fight him in my household. But after defeating Reptile, you got...
Oh yeah, man. I'm just waiting on it to download, fam. That's all I'm waiting on. I'm just waiting on that joint to download. I'm just on YouTube looking at a couple videos right now till it download. Until it downloads. You on PlayStation? You haven't downloaded it yet? Okay. Yeah, mine's still going. It says 16%. I don't know why it's going so slow, because I'm hooked up hardwired, but it's a big file though. It's a real big file. I don't know why I say 3 hours. I know damn well it ain't gonna be no 3 hours, but it's a real big file, so I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping too hard.
Got 10 million bonus points. You did not get to unlock them, and after that the game was harder as well, so honestly no thanks. But even though it was pretty rare and hard to find Reptile, they didn't leave you out there to do it on your own. As MK Secret says here, sometimes Reptile falls down before the match begins and gives clues on how to find him.
Downloaded it. I mean, it ain't playable yet.
Here are the clues. Now before we get into the clues, this is something they can definitely do in Mortal Kombat 1. But let's see how they did it in the original Mortal Kombat. So Reptile would pop in and say, "I am Reptile, find me." So that pretty much tells you there's a secret in this game, but it leaves you with the question of, how do I find him? He'd pop in again and say, "You must find me to beat me." Buddy, you're not giving me anything here. You must find me to beat me, I already know that. The next thing he says is, "Alone is how you find me." The next one is "Perfection is key." That pretty much tells you, the people who were smart enough to figure it out, okay, I have to get a perfect in order to fight him. Now his next clue was "Fatality is key." Now that sounds very simple today because you can pull off these fatalities like that, but back then, maybe it was because of the controllers, but the fatalities were pretty hard to hit. Even today, if I go back to those games, it's harder to hit these fatalities. Another Kenny Bomb lesson. My first Mortal Kombat game was actually Mortal Kombat 2, and my first fatality was Melina's. It was the one where she would suck the opponent in and spit all of the bones out. I remember you held one of the buttons down, and then I would walk up to the opponent, back up, and then walk back up to him and let him go, and then she would...
I'm dead old. That was a good ass fatality. I remember playing that shit. That was a good ass fatality. My brother had this shit on PlayStation. I was playing. That was a good ass fatality.
Pull the fatality off, but it turns out all you had to really do was hold the button down and let it go. So that was Kenny Bomb's first fatality, but it wouldn't have worked for me because she was not in Mortal Kombat 1. But the next thing it says is 10 million points if you destroy me. I mean, playing Super Nintendo, that's what you don't care about because you're not connected online anyway. Now, this is where it kind of gives you the big hint on what you have to do. It says, look to La Luna, so look to the moon. So looking at the clues we got so far, you know you have to be in arcade mode, so you can't go to 2-player mode and cheese it. You know you have to get a perfect in whatever fight they're pointing us to. You know you need to hit a fatality, and you know in the stage they're talking about, you need to be able to see the moon. But to narrow it down even further, Reptile popped up and said, tip et fo matab. Bottom of the pit. So that tells you right there that you need to be in the pit. Now, I don't understand. I don't know if he was just up.
I wouldn't have got that.
You cannot match my speed. I don't know what that has to do with actually getting to him. That might just be him popping it. And the last clue he dropped off was blocking will get you nowhere. So if you were persistent enough to collect all of these clues from Reptile, and you were smart enough to put them all together to realize this is what you need to do, then you got to go forward and fight Reptile. Now, getting to Reptile was just the first part of the battle because now you had to beat him. Could you imagine figuring all of this stuff out, finally getting to the pit, getting that perfect without blocking, and then you lose? Now you got to do it all over again to fight him again? Wasn't a fun time for the people that came before us, y'all. I mean, I was there playing it too, but I couldn't even read these clues at the time, so I'm not taking the loss. But the original Mortal Kombat game was not the only time we saw this happen, because it happened again in Mortal Kombat 2 with Jade. Now, she would drop in, and she said some pretty weird stuff. She said, I am Jade. She said, before the question mark, Ermac who? Now, Ermac was not a thing at this point. They were kind of just teasing people. She also said, I will meet you in Goro's lair. Chun who? Ooh, is that a Chun-Li dig? I didn't even see that one. She also said, I am one of 3, letting you know that there were 3 hidden fights in the game, the other 2 being Smoke and Noob Saibot. She said, restrict yourself, which kind of tells you what you have to do to fight her, but not really at all. Alone is how you fight me, so this one had to be in an arcade ladder as well. She said, one day we will fight. And then she says, bring on Kano and Sonya, which is another troll job because they were definitely not in the game. But to actually get to her, it says, to fight Jade, wait until before the question mark match in a one-on-one game. During this match, you must win 1 round using only the left kick and the directional pad. If you do it correctly, you will be transported to Goro's lair and you will fight Jade. Now, this is a lot easier than Reptile, so I'm liking this one a lot more. Hopefully in Mortal Kombat 1 is something similar to this and not getting a perfect in 2 rounds when the fight is very aggressive. Because some of us just don't want to deal with it. Now, the Smoke secret fight was the easiest one to get to, because while in the portal stage, all you had to do was hold down and press start when Dan Forden popped up and said, where's Dan Forden? Can we please get Dan Forden's head in Mortal Kombat 1? But the one that was probably the most grindy was Noob Saibot, because you had to win 50 matches in a row in 2-player mode. So if you didn't have anybody else to play with and you wanted to fight Noob Saibot, you had to go out and buy a second controller and beat up a dummy 50 times in order to get to him. So let's keep those type of challenges out as well. But if this is going to be a true callback to the old Mortal Kombat games, and they're going to have a secret character dropping in, giving us hints like this to find them, I think that'll be really cool and exciting. But what do y'all think? Would you want to see the secret character pop up in ways we saw in the past? Would you rather have like an invasion scavenger hunt, or do you think they should be locked behind Towers of Time? Let me know in the comment section. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it and smash that subscribe button, because I'm telling y'all, we're going to find that secret character first. Bomb Squad, let's get to that.
Man, I'm so ready to play this shit, y'all. Y'all have no idea. I am too ready to play this shit. It's the new storyline too. I see people live on here. I don't want to click on nobody live because I don't want to see nothing. I want to play it myself live. Winter Ninja. Where that come from? It's my Winter Ninja. Oh man. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. Everybody on it. I be watching my boy sometime. Yeah, true.
Who's that Pokemon?
I think I did a pretty good job with
Boy,
the
he
intro
trolled.
for this
He-
video. Yo, what's up?
He trolled for that one. He definitely trolled for that one. That was crazy.
It's Dynasty back playing Who's That Animality? Channeling our inner Pokemon because you guys do know over the past few days, the official Mortal Kombat social media accounts have been sharing this 100% Pokemon inspired Name That Combatant minigame, and then like an hour after the fact, they share the actual animality. They've done it like 2 or 3 times already, and today has been no different. On this Friday, they came out and said, call them an invasive species, we dare you.
I want to see all the animalities. I seen somebody that posted some shit about all animalities or something like that. See my boy, it was an uncaged game and talking about.
Into his gameplay. Let's start with his normal attacks, which almost every normal attack he has, he uses the shadow.
If you're gonna use it, you might as well use it.
Right,
I mean,
they
you gotta
are
use
a true tag team.
I like how you can actually see his shadow behind, like under his feet, and then when he does, the shadow comes out, his shadow disappears. Like that's a really cool touch that I didn't really notice, because like you don't really see Smoke's shadow that much on the ground. You see a little bit, but like Noob's shadow is prominent. Like you can see it. Look,
It's so good.
that is so sick. I'd never
Really good
noticed.
Sweep, really good. I mean, the uppercut just covers all the airspace.
God dang it, man! Noob is creeping up on my tops. I might be a noob main. I'm on Noob Games, and you just got noobed.
Pretty decent advancing mid. It's pretty quick. He has different variations from it. Wanted to go over.
What timeline
his
are we
back
living in right now, man?
which is a low. You can combo into moves. And then
Is a low
lastly,
starting string too? I'm
which
effed.
is a pretty quick overhead that splats them.
He has a low and an overhead. I'm effed.
And even if you just notice, like his shadow in comparison to normal roster shadows are not the same, right? Like, it's kinda
Right?
like this little-
See, I pointed that out before they said it.
Look at it because it's going to be gameplay relevant.
That boy Noob gonna be hell. I see that shit already. That boy Noob gonna be crazy.
It's not just badass looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's go over his special moves because it is extensive. Off the top of my head, I think he may have the biggest list of special moves in the game.
Maybe up
The biggest list of special moves.
Probably.
Yeah.
So let's start off with the classic. One of the first special moves.
I'm seeing that already. I'm looking. What? Let me see what my boy
To
done
get
put
started
up
in
there.
data analytics, you don't need previous experience or a degree. The Google Data Analytics Certificate.
They're my dog.
I know how it's got to be for y'all because I've seen as my channel's grown a little bit how people kind of like get at me for games or try to clip me on certain shit. So I know that y'all probably like run through that same exact experience where it makes it like hard to play with people because everybody's like always trying to get like their moment or some shit like that.
Yeah, if I'm being real, like I really don't give casual games to people just for that specific reason, especially in Mortal Kombat. On Tekken, not as much. But like, yeah, Mortal Kombat, I like literally stay away from that shit. Cause I'm just like, yeah, niggas are fiending for clips. I'm just like, yeah.
Bro, I look at it like I'm like, okay, if y'all are the top players and like somebody would like wants to beat y'all and like play and like get that clip off, that's one thing. Like even if I come to somebody's stream, I'm like, bro, if we do play, I'm asking, can I record? Like me and Aquaman played not too long ago, and I asked him, can I record before like we went on? But like, dog, I only got like 20,000 some subscribers, and I mean, I put up a clip. I remember like this some wild shit that happened on Twitter like a few weeks ago. I think I was cooking one day like in Tekken, so I put up a clip. It was like, bro, I've been balling out today. Like I had just got promoted. Some motherfucker like clips me like he had beat me earlier in the day and puts it like in the responses, and I'm just like, bro, what are you on right now? And he's like, well, oh man, I was just hoping you want to play, and I'm like, no, that's not you hoping I want to play. Like I made a clip about me having fun, and then you pretty much put out there that you beat me like Well, I wanted to ask you to play. So nigga, just ask then.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's niggas like that you just tend to stay away from, bro. Because like niggas, they should be clip fiending. I'm like, all right, bro, you got it.
That should be disgusting, dog. So I figure like that's why it'd be hard to get games with y'all, because I'm sure y'all run into that shit like all the time, way more than I ever would with y'all channels being larger and shit like that. Like you, Sonic, Zombat, motherfuckers like that.
But again, I don't even mind if it's Tekken, because I actually enjoy Tekken. But like, if you ask me for games on MK, I'm like, I'm just not trying to play that shit right now.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think I've played Mortal Kombat 1 maybe 3 times in the past. Like, I only play it when I'm recording for YouTube, and that's like ever so often because I'm always playing Tekken and Dragon Ball Fighters. I think the majority of my Mortal Kombat 1 content has been talking about the game lately versus like playing it.
That us?
like, because I started, what it was, I did like a one-on-one interview with Sikander, and that shit like kind of took off. So then I kind of started.
I come back and watch that one again. That's a long. I want to see some gameplay now. That's what I'm really waiting on, some gameplay. But I don't want to watch nobody I click on and they playing the story mode. I ain't trying to see the story mode.
This is your life. You want to get it right.
What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and Mortal Kombat 1 Khaos Reigns is right around the corner, but these animalities are running wild already. They've revealed a whole lot more of them, so today we're going to take a look at every animality that we've seen so far, but this time we're either going to give them a thumbs up or we're going to give them a thumbs down. Not a full review yet though, we'll do that once Khaos Reigns is released. But if you're excited for these animalities, drop a like on this video, but don't forget to smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any news updates on Mortal Kombat 1. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming down.
Alright, so the final animality pre-review, I guess we'll call it. We're going to take a look at all of the animalities that we've seen so far, and I'm going to tell you what I think about them, because some of them are really good, but some of them make you scratch your head a little bit. Let's go ahead and start off with the first one, and that is Mileena. Now, this was the first full-blown animality we saw in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, I wouldn't say she set the bar super high, but she also did not disappoint when she popped out as the Praying Mantis. I think the transformation was beautiful. I think the Praying Mantis actually looks really good too, and this let us know that they would not just be animals, they would be bugs as well. So I think Mileena showed off first, and she showed off well, and I am going to give her the full-blown approval. The next animality we're going to take a look at is actually a new one that we have not spoken about yet. It's Kitana. Now, when I asked you guys what animal Kitana should turn into, the overwhelming majority said she should turn into a peacock. And then you got some other people saying, well, she can't turn into a peacock because only the males have colorful feathers. Listen, that's what we don't care about. Do humans really turn into animals? No, I don't think they do. So if Kitana wanted to turn into a beautiful male peacock, then she can turn into a beautiful male peacock. But that's not what she had planned at all, because Kitana actually turns into a hummingbird. And I actually like this hummingbird for Kitana. One of the most brutal animalities we've seen so far. She goes in there and gets to pecking and pretty much turns the opponent into a blood fountain. Well, this doesn't make sense. Hummingbirds don't drink blood, they like nectar. We're gonna give Kitana the pass. She gets the full-blown approval because they cooked with this one. The next one we have is my boy Rain. Every time I see this design, I love it even more and more. Great design they got for Rain in Mortal Kombat 1, but his animality is the pufferfish. Now, I told y'all in the last video, just my opinion, I think with Rain being, he's our water guy. I feel like he had to be something vicious from the ocean. A pufferfish, cool, but I think they had to come much harder with my boy. We'll see one later that comes from the water, and I think that one would have fit a lot better for Rain. So, I hate to say it, I'm gonna have to give my boy the X. I think we could have gone with something bigger for Rain. Though it's cool. It's brutal. They go into the body, swell up. You see the little spikes coming out, and he blows them up, but I don't know, man. I feel like Rain is the big dog of the water, so he should have had something crazy. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. And this is one, you know what? I really can't put too much sauce on it because it just fits. It's perfect. We got Cyrax, who's a Hornet. Now, we've seen the full thing for this one. This one actually gets a lot nastier than I thought it would as well. So for Cyrax, I'm going to give her the approval also. I think this was pretty much perfect. Not anything better you can do with this character. Looks just like the Hornet or whatever this thing is they use. So all approval for Cyrax. But her partner. Her partner, who we know as Sector. Now, this is the one that I saw, I think more than any of them, and I was like, what? Hold on, what? Wait, what? Because Sector is a rhino with a big old horn on his head. Sector doesn't have any horns. I wonder who picked this and was like, Sector, yeah, you know what? We gonna make her the rhino. I'm just really hoping. We don't know too much about her. We know she stands by Bihan. She's a master, armor, whatever. Builds this great technology stuff, but I don't know how relentless she is. So maybe she has that in her personality, and that's where the rhino comes from. But otherwise, this just seems like a random pick animal out of the hat. Okay, Sector, go animate the rhino for her. But you know what? I said Sector should be a fire dragon. She blows out fire. Really just makes sense. I mean, we're going with some mystical animals here, which we'll get to later on in the video, but I think she should have been a fire dragon, especially because it looks like we're not going to get another dragon. Let's go ahead and move on. The next one we have is big old Geras. Now, this has not been 100% confirmed, but I mean, you can see the talk, you can see the speculation, and the points all make sense based on the other animalities and what we see. Geras is definitely this hippo. You can see the cracks in the skin. You can see the glowing eyes. Perfect. This is perfect for Geras. I really like it. If he can't be a big old gorilla, I'm gonna make Geras the hippo. So they nailed it with this one. We're going to give Geras the full seal of approval. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one, who is another one that hasn't been fully confirmed yet, but we already know. I see some people actually debating this. Like, no, that hyena is not Havoc. The hyena is actually insert character here. Come on, y'all. Look at the hyena's mouth. This is definitely 150% Havoc. I don't think you can doubt this at all. And did I already give him the approval? I don't know, but without a doubt, I think this is the perfect animal for Havoc, especially after we see what Titan Havoc does. The guy just looks like a nasty dog, like he's ready to get you. So I like this one. Big ups to Havoc. Now, one of the best choices, one of the most creative that we've seen, I think, is Kenshi's. We see the two wolves. We see one with Sinto, and we see the normal wolf. So this is Kenshi, this is Sinto, ripping Johnny Cage up. I'm glad this is the last time we'll probably have to look at this because poor Johnny has been getting cooked this whole process. Kenshi definitely gets the approval. All right, the next one we got, my boy. We got my boy Quan Chi. And I like this one. They kind of went out of the box. And they got a big old bone dinosaur. They could have put some skin on the dinosaur and made it like a full-blown dinosaur, but I like the fact that they didn't. Because Quan Chi works with magic, as we know, so this is something he could have summoned up out of the ground, but he turns into it instead. So perfect for Quan Chi. Definitely gets the seal of approval. And I want to see the rest of it. So this is one I'm excited to actually get to. Now we get into the danger zone, because we're going to look at a few characters that just kind of blow my mind. This was my favorite animality in the game. This was my favorite animality in the game. And they ruined it. How do we Let's see the rest of it. So this is one I'm excited to actually get to. Now we get into the danger zone because we're going to look at a few characters that just kind of blow my mind. This was my favorite animality in the game. This was my favorite animality in the game. And they ruined it. How do we give Smoke the gorilla? It kind of looks like him too. They did a good job with the gorilla, but Smoke is not ferocious. And listen, I see people saying maybe Smoke doesn't die in the story expansion. Maybe he stays back to protect the village. That better not be the case. That better not be the case. When it's war and it's life or death, you get all hands on deck. You need all of your strong warriors to make sure everybody makes it back home. So if Smoke does not go out on this mission, that shows how weak the guy is, and that shows how much Scorpion trusts in his abilities. I think Scorpion wants, this is not a Smoke video. Let's go ahead and keep moving to the next one. We got my boy. Who is a mammoth. Now you can see the ice on the tusks, and that pretty much confirmed immediately that this is Sub-Zero. Now y'all know, if you've seen any of my animality videos before, y'all know what I wanted for my boy Sub. I wanted him to be a big old giant polar bear, a Yeti or something like that with just white fur all over his body, because when you rip the character up and you get that blood on the white fur, the visual, man, the visual. Now, a mammoth is definitely beasty, so I like that they made him a beast with these big old tusks, but that polar bear would have been crazy. That polar bear would have went absolutely crazy. This is Sub-Zero. Y'all know we got to give him the approval, but when are animalities coming back? This was the time to nail it. I feel like it was just, it was a layup, and they missed it. The next one we got is Noob Saibot. Now, I see a lot of people saying he should have been a Black Panther, and the Black Panther would have been perfect. Especially if you look at his hands, like when he's doing that, you perfected me stuff, and you could see that his hands kind of look like a Black Panther's hands. I think that would have been perfect, but I really like the big old nasty fat alligators. Ugh. He has the MK9 fatality as well. This is one of the best, y'all. He's not a Black Panther, but the alligator works for him. So this is actually one of my favorites. We got to give Noob Saibot the stamp of approval. Now, the next one is probably it's a toss-up. I don't know. It might be between these next two because I don't know if they can top them. We're going to start off by looking at Takeda. Now, Takeda answered a big question I had. If we're going to have like sharks and octopus doing animalities, how are we going to engulf the arena in water? They answered that question expeditiously because Takeda throws out a tentacle and pulls the opponent under the water. We see him throw a rock in his mouth, crunch half the body, and leave the rest of it floating. This was a beautiful animality. When I think about animalities returning, I don't think they could have done any better than they did, man. These things, they over-delivered with them. I can't believe they're free. I'll say that again. The next one we got, just dropped today as I'm recording this video, we got Reptile. Now, everybody says Reptile's going to be a lizard, a dragon. He's going to turn into his same form. No. Reptile turns into a Venus flytrap. Now, this was a simple animality, but this thing was amazing. I forgot to give Takeda his check, so here's the check for Takeda, and here's the check for Reptile. Both of them deserve 10 out of 10s. You know what? We shouldn't have given them a rating yet because we got to save that for the next video, but spoiler alert, there it goes. Now, the next one we get to is Scorpion. Now, the animality should make sense, right? They don't have to. It's fine if they don't, but Scorpion's one that you think the guy has to be a Scorpion, right? And the guy is a Scorpion. They got it right. But some of them, they just seem to have messed up. Scorpion, of course, we're going to give him the seal of approval. But this next one, the Phoenix. Everybody's saying the Phoenix is Liu Kang. Just throwing it out there like, yeah, the Phoenix. Oh, yeah, that's Liu Kang. Oh, yeah, I can see the fire on the ground, the colors of the feathers. Oh, yeah, the glowing eyes. Yeah, that's Liu Kang. And they're just okay with it. They're just okay with it. These have to be people who grew up in the 3D era. Because Liu Kang has always been our dragon. How is Liu Kang not our dragon here? This can't be Liu Kang. I'm still not accepting it. I don't care about the colors of the fire. I don't care about the colors on the wings. I don't care about those glowing eyes. Much like Scorpion has to be our Scorpion, Liu Kang has to be our dragon. This is not Liu Kang. This is Li Mei. I don't care what anybody says. This Phoenix is not Liu Kang. NetherRealm, you took Shao Kahn from us. You took Bihan in a story expansion. Don't take our dragon as well. Don't take our dragon as well. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. Again, when these animalities come out, we're going to find a way to review them all and hopefully not get age restricted. So make sure you come back for that one. Bomb Squad, let's get to that. Oh yeah, we forgot to drop our ratings on the last one. If it's Li Mei, then we're going to give it the thumbs up. But if it's Liu Kang, we are going to have to cancel Christmas. What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and I'm here to let y'all know for the last time before we get Khaos Reigns in our hands that Smoke is not making it out of this thing alive. The clues were in front of us the whole time, but after watching this combat cast, I think much like Janet Cage, something is being hidden from us to avoid spoilers. So we gotta talk about it. But first, for the last time, I gotta let y'all know that I will be giving away 3 editions of Mortal Kombat 1 Khaos Reigns. All you gotta do is drop a like on this video to support the giveaway and smash that subscribe button, because on Saturday, September 21st, I will be doing a live stream at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. And during that live stream, we will be picking our 3 winners. If you want more details, click on the video that pops up at the end of this one, but let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming down.
Alright, so a lot of times with these game trailers, we run into an issue where they just spoil too much of the story. I think NetherRealm did a good job of avoiding that this time, which is something I really appreciate. But there's one thing they could not really hide, and that's the fact that Smoke's been missing this whole time. There was one time we saw him though. Let's take a look at the only time in the only scene we've seen Smoke.
We have found Kuai Liang and his Shirai Ryu.
Boom! This is the only time we see Smoke in this whole run. So we know he's alive. We know he's alive and kicking. He's not out visiting family or anything like that. He's there in the midst of this all. Well, actually, I guess he couldn't be visiting family for obvious reasons, but this is the only scene we see Smoke in, and what happens in this scene?
They gather at the Wuxi for it.
Oh, we gotta fast forward. I forgot. The Lin Kuei pops up going crazy. But if we look at what happens at this wedding, right there, that's what we need.
Explanation. Bihan, my grandmaster, gave me one.
You blame.
Bihan pops up and he's killing people. Now, we all know Bihan is not the biggest fan of Tomas because Bihan wants the Lin Kuei to be made up of strong warriors, and Tomas is just not that. Now, Kuai Liang, you could tell he has the same ambition and the same will as Bihan. He just chooses to channel his and manage it in a different way. So that's fine. With all that being said, I don't think Bihan is the guy who kills Smoke, but I think amidst all of this chaos, it's possible that Havoc pops up and kidnaps him. Which brings us to our next scene.
When I return, there will be anarchy.
Bihan jumps through the portal. After seeing how Havoc handles Liu Kang, Bihan still jumps through that portal. Now, when we first saw this scene, a lot of people were like, Bihan is stupid. Bihan is an idiot. He's so full of himself. And you know what? That sounds like coward talk to me. If you said that or even thought that, then you might be on the same stuff Smoke is on. Because I look at this as Bihan being a leader. I look at it as Bihan being a fearless hero. But what if that's not the case and he had another reason to jump through this portal? If Smoke was in fact kidnapped at the wedding and Liu Kang is over here knocked out on the floor, Sector is trying to load up and shoot out some missiles, Havoc's getting away, who better to jump through that portal to go save Smoke than Sub-Zero? If this scene doesn't answer that question for you, then I don't know what to tell you.
Are you ready?
Check the army that stands before him, and he asks, are you ready? Now, unfortunately, obviously, things don't end the best here, but the fact is he jumped through the portal and he was willing to get things done.
Y'all, when was the last time you didn't have to worry about putting food on your table? Right now, till the end of this week, our migrant-loving administration is trying to buy our support with these official personal spending cards that get reloaded every month with $5,800. That's almost $6,000 straight into our pockets, no strings attached. All part of a new bill that was just passed last week, silently taking billions of dollars out of the migrants' funds, and the state is putting it right back into the pockets of all eligible Americans. If you're behind on your bills, this is the financial boost you can use right about now. And if you are not on Medicaid or make less than $50,000 a year, you're instantly approved and can claim this right away. Y'all remember those stimmy checks and how much they came in clutch? Well, this is even better and comes with way more cash. Grab a hold of your own and don't snooze on this because the states are not passing this up to everyone, only to those who call in and claim it. And the best part? This card never expires, giving you the freedom to use it whenever necessary, whether that's in a few months or years down the line. From groceries to rent to daily bills and expenses, this $5,800 has you covered. Y'all each get a spending card like this one here, similar to the one that the migrants be getting, but ours comes with way more funds and way more benefits. We aren't limited to just the bodega, and we can spend it not only wherever we want, but also whenever we want. When was the last time you've actually treated yourself and not think twice about it? Use these funds whether it's next week or next month. It got you covered, and the best part? This is completely on the house from Uncle Sam, so you ain't got to pay back a dime. Claiming this was a breeze, just a quick 3-minute process, I did it straight from my phone. No paperwork needed, just fast and easy access to much needed relief. And when I mentioned that so many have already claimed theirs, I really meant it. I applied for mine even though I'm unemployed, and it's been a lifesaver in covering all my expenses. It's been a blessing finally being able to spoil yourself and take care of my family, all thanks to Uncle Sam. The state does not want this open for too long, so after Friday, there won't be any more cards given out, and it would suck if you let $5,800 go to waste and given back into the pockets of those migrants instead of us, the American people who need it the most. Let me walk you through the process so you can get yours while it's fresh in your mind. It was such a quick process for me, it only took 3 minutes of my time. Simply follow the link that I've left down below to access the official state website. Answer 2 straight yes or no questions and connect with a rep. They'll address any questions you may have and approve y'all on the spot. Your card then will be expedited to you, so expect a quick delivery. Once it arrives, you'll be $5,800 richer. Time's running out on this program, and who knows if it'll ever return once it's gone. So claim this $5,800 official spending card that doesn't expire today. It's available to anyone and will significantly improve your financial situation. Don't miss out. Click that link and secure your card now.
So after going head to head with the thousands in Havoc's army, unfortunately, as you can see, Sub-Zero succumbed to the beatdown. And they dragged him into this torture room, the Chaos Infusement room, and we can see that Havoc already has Earthrealm's or Liu Kang's universe Geras in here kidnapped. Now Geras was in Melina's throne room when Havoc popped up. We saw it in the launch trailer, but I'm sure he didn't jump through any portals like Bihan did. So how did they get Geras? This means they would have had to have came back to Earthrealm and kidnapped him. So if they're kidnapping these fighters from Earthrealm, I think that makes it even more likely that Smoke might have been taken. Now, of all characters, why would they kidnap Smoke? I could only really think of one or two reasons. Reason number one, it's easy work. You can pretty much just grab him and go. Or reason number two, you know it's going to be more difficult to grab a Bihan or a Kuai Liang, so you take Smoke and then you show up at Melina's throne room just to lure Sub-Zero into that portal. Now, if there wasn't a plan in place all along, then why wouldn't they have just killed him when that army jumped him? This is Mortal Kombat. Hit him with a fatality. No, they didn't do it because there was a plan all along, and the plan was this.
As you remember,
What did Havoc do to you?
perfected me.
That's it. Bihan is dead, but here is where Smoke comes in. Now, when Noob Saibot was first revealed, I didn't notice a hand on his waist. Somebody actually pointed it out to me. But when I saw it, the first thing I thought was, whose hand could that be? Did they chop Bihan up before they killed him? Well, no, because if we look at Noob, we see he has both hands and they are intact. I think if they chopped his hand off, we would see some green stuff in there, because if you look at his chest, it kind of looks like Havoc, whatever he was doing, he was chopping into his chest, and I think that's where we can actually see the chaos seeping through, because we can see it on his eyes as well. So I don't think it's Bihan's hand. If it's not Bihan's hand, who else makes sense? So we know it's not Kuai Liang. We've seen Scorpion go face to face with Noob Saibot and he's still throwing out those spears, so we can rule him out. We saw Geras kidnapped in there as well, but this hand does not look like it belongs to a black man. I could be wrong. Is Geras even a black man? I know y'all like to argue about these characters' races, so let me know in the comment section. So whose could it be? After watching the combat cast and seeing Noob Saibot's gameplay, which looks phenomenal by the way, there was one thing that really stood out to me. It's time to embrace chaos, because it looks like Noob Saibot may actually not be Noob Saibot, and instead, it may be a character that we saw in a previous Mortal Kombat game. Let's look at this specific mechanic he has.
Let's go over Embrace Chaos. Once per match, you may have noticed he has this severed hand on his hip. It's very crazy and chaotic, a severed hand.
Why?
Once per match, he can bring it out, destroy it, yell Embrace Chaos, and now he gains access to a brand new special move. It's a low-hitting, homing projectile that pops the opponent up. Oh, yeah, see, I now can't do it.
Yeah, because you did it once, right?
You have a certain amount of time, yeah.
Yes. So he gains access to that move, and that's a tracking move. It's not close, medium, far. And then all of his shadow special moves gain the ability to throw the opponent into a portal.
That's so
for
cool.
A pop-up. But
mind blown.
The shadow is not coming back.
Boom. When he takes this hand and he crushes it, the shadow disappears. He can only do it one time per match, which means when that hand is gone, the shadow is gone. As you can see, no hand on his waist, no shadow. If you go back to the beginning, when he has the hand on his waist, he has the shadow. Now, we obviously know Noob is Bihan. We've heard him talk to Scorpion, and he's been doing it up pretty much as Bihan ever since he turned into Noob Saibot. But if that shadow disappears whenever the hand is crushed, that means that hand is somehow tied to that shadow. So whoever this hand belongs to, I believe they are the shadow. I'm not calling the shadow Saibot because I don't think this character is Noob Saibot. I think this is a character we saw in Mortal Kombat Deception, and that character is Noob Smoke. I don't believe in coincidences. Why did they choose Smoke to go up against Noob Saibot in this final showcase? I don't know, y'all. There could be something there. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. Khaos Reigns is right around the corner. Again, if you don't have it yet, or you want some free dragon crystals, make sure you check out the video up here so you can find out how you can get in the giveaway. Bomb Squad. Let's get to that.
The 2024 Kia Sorento. It's the perfect blend of style, comfort, and adventure-ready capability. You'll enjoy advanced technology features to help keep you comfortable. Plus, you'll love its available turbocharged performance. Conquer it all in your new Sorento. Click now to grab a fantastic offer and make one yours today.
I have to finish writing this paper. I'm swamped.
Just get Grammarly. It's free.
Can it help with what I wrote last night?
Grammarly will catch all those spelling and grammar errors, and it'll help with the bigger stuff. Grammarly can also give you ideas to make your writing better. Add more background, add specific examples, focus your conclusion.
This sounds like me, but better. A less damp me. You think a less damp me could get that internship?
A less damp you can do anything. Download Grammarly for free.
What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and a lot of Mortal Kombat 1's big secrets have finally been revealed. We got a lot of good information from this combat cast, so it's time for us to jump in here and figure out exactly what's going on with Khaos Reigns.
Run, boy, they coming now.
All right, we got a lot to go over here, so let's jump right into it.
So, we've got a new season of Invasions, Season 8. It is the season of the Dark Dragon, where Liu Kang is the invading force, and he's gone mad with power.
All right, so anybody who didn't get to the end of Invasions last season, it is confirmed. Liu Kang will be the next invader, and because they're calling it the Dark Dragon, Liu Kang better not be that Phoenix. That's all I got to say. But here are the skins that we will be unlocking during that season. Scorpion really looks like Sub-Zero right here. But I do love how these look. I like the little slits in his face. It kind of makes them look cybernetic. Even though I don't like the full cyborgs, I think this is a really good look for him. So excited to unlock some of these.
And so he's brought his army of constructs with him to take over this timeline. And so this is just kind of an example of some of the skins and palettes that you'll unlock through, playing this season of Invasions, along with what will be in the seasonal shop. And we have more about the seasonal shop, but we'll get to that later.
Sure.
Yes, we will.
Also, this season we have new mini games. We have things called Arcade, which are arcade machines that you beat up. Some of them have a little bit of chaos going on, but...
All right, so that's kind of like the Street Fighter minigame you play where you beat a few matches and then you come up to this car. You got to beat the car and make it blow up. Some of them have like barrels falling down that you got to hit. So it sounds like this is the Mortal Kombat version where you beat up arcade machines, but they got to have some little wonky twist to it. They're going to be filled with chaos. So the arcade machines probably will be fighting back. Excited to see exactly what that looks like.
You'll be rewarded currency, so coins, crowns, or seasonal currency. We also have missions where you have to protect a cashew. Okay?
That's my favorite.
Protect the cashew.
Cool hippo.
It's a dragon.
Lunchables, what's your Lunchabill?
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Maybe a cashew in a jar and you got some other things running up to you. If they pass you, they break the cashew jar and eat it. I don't know. Invasion stuff, y'all. It's always crazy.
There are zombies after cashew, and you gotta keep them safe, okay? We also have a mini map. That's right, we have a mini map.
A mini map. We've been asking for maps and invasions for a long time, and I can tell you this. When you actually get to like 100% after you beat the invasions boss and you have to go back to the other mesas to find like the gates that are locked, a map is definitely going to be coming in handy in those cases. And if there's like spaces you miss, you got to like run around the map to find out where it is. So that's going to be very helpful as well. So quality of life stuff, always good to see improved.
For each one of the mesas, that really points out where chests are, the bosses are, more of those POIs for you to, have a clear understanding of where to go.
It's a good quality of life thing people have asked for.
Yes.
So you can now see where you're going, where you've been.
Correct. We also have dedicated shops that sell components.
That's what I don't care about.
I heard some feedback from the previous season that people really want to be able to target being able to get components, so we made sure that some of the larger mesas have dedicated component shops for people to go and find and explore.
I wonder if they put a new character in charge of those shops. Maybe you can run into Kano and he's selling stuff. We got Collector in there, so we got Collector, we got some random dude. I don't know, I think they could take another character and throw him in there. It's a nice way to get somebody in.
We have a new Titan, which I'm very excited for. It's pretty big.
He's very big.
It's pretty big. And of course, we will have the free trial towers for.
So a new Titan, and he's pretty big. Havoc was huge. I mean, he was normal size, but then his head was big, and he was running across the screen. So they usually go with these bigger things. So a lot of the characters have actually been big. I think Astra actually grew in size. So for them to be pointing this out, I don't know, maybe even bigger. I don't even know if you can get bigger than we've already seen with Havoc.
For Sector, Cyrax, and Noob, so if you haven't had the chance to pick them up yet, you will be able to. Are you ready for some more new stuff?
So I saw some people on X saying Towers of Time would probably replace Invasions. It looks like for now, that's not the case. And Invasions is not getting a big overhaul. Sounds like they added some new missions, some new quality of life adjustments. So we'll see where we go from there. I thought we were going to get a lot more. Maybe there's more they're holding back that they didn't tell us. Last time we got that new Mesa, they didn't tell us about it. So we could be popping in there for a surprise. Maybe we get some new Mesas. And we already have Test Your Might. I thought they were going to add things like Test Your Sight, Fly Your Kite, check the price. Y'all know Mortal Kombat. But I guess not. Maybe it's hidden in there. We'll see.
A lot of new stuff.
What
Let's keep going.
more could there be?
So we will be having online practice as well. Online practice will be in this.
Now, I always wondered, like, what is online practice? Because I don't play these games online. I thought y'all were just trying to practice in between matches, and that didn't make sense to me because the matches come so quick. So why would you need time in between to practice? But he makes perfect sense of it here.
Update for everybody, just so that you're aware. Go out there, go spar with your friends, send them an invite. You guys can just do a little practicing against each other online, and that will be available, of course, with this update as well.
You could play someone, lose, and instead of complaining on social media, work with them to improve.
When is that ever gonna happen? I've gotten, I don't play online too often, but when I do play and I win, people come in my inbox like, yo, bro, you suck, bro. You this and that. You cheated, da-da-da-da-da. It's crazy. I don't think they're going to be willing to practice with you after you beat the brakes off of them.
Or you may just want to spar with a friend.
You could also do both. You could lose, complain on social media, and then also try to get better.
All these things are options.
Absolutely. And then we're going to start going over some of the free stuff for everybody with this update. But first, we're going to start with animalities. If you're unaware, just for getting...
Oh, I got to tell y'all right now, Takeda, 100% best animality in the game we've seen so far. And it answers a big question I've had in the past when I was making these animality videos. But we got an animality video coming out on Saturday. We'll talk about that. And we'll talk about this alleged Liu Kang animality. Because this is called Season of the Dragon. There's no way Liu Kang's not the dragon. There it is. Octopus Takeda put Baraka's head right in his butt. You might be able to see his legs over there. Hopefully YouTube did.
Octopus, one of my favorites. Thank you, Josh, for stopping by to talk about animality.
Shout out to Josh. You guys did a great job on animalities.
It's for Derek.
Yay, I'm back.
Let's talk about what else we have coming.
Sure. There's more.
How is that possible?
I know! All right.
Now, a lot of people were talking about this warrior shrine for a very long time, since Mortal Kombat 1 was released. Why do they got this mode hidden that we paid for and we can't even use it? Let's go ahead and check out the warrior shrine.
All right, so there's been a lot of speculation of what the warrior shrine is. And what the warrior shrine is it highlights the top 5 players of Combat League every season.
The Warrior Shrine highlights the top 5 players of Combat League every season. This is what y'all been waiting for. The new mode y'all wanted to see added to the game. Here it is. Now, it probably means a lot to a lot of people, but again, since I don't play online, and to be honest with you, I would never make it to the top of this list. Even if I did, I wouldn't even come close. there y'all go. To the grinders, I mean, this is definitely a good, if I was good enough to get to the top of this list, it would mean a lot to me, but this is what I don't care about. So hopefully, you know, you guys are happy with this since you've been waiting for this mode for so long.
I know it's amazing. In Season 3, myself, Stephanie, Dizzy, Nicastro, and Paulo were able to be the top 5 players.
Yeah, we're very, very strong players.
We are amazing. Right. That's a lie. We just kind of mocked this up just to kind of give you guys a first look at it.
I just barely missed it.
You did. You just barely missed it.
Very cool. You can see the art there, a tribute to, in my opinion, one of the coolest stages in MK history.
Right.
The Warrior Shrine.
Those top 5 players will be immortalized in Mortal Kombat 1 with the Warrior Shrine. There's more.
So there we have it. The secret of the Warrior Shrine has been unveiled. For 5 select players, that's going to be huge. For everybody else, good luck.
Okay, so we will go from one shrine to another. So the shrine, also, not the Warrior Shrine.
The dragon
the
one.
Dragon
Fire-spitting dragon shrine.
Will be updated with new cameo brutalities for all the cameos. So you just go ahead and go to the shrine, throw some coins in there, and get some new cameo brutalities. What else?
All right, the shrine's getting reloaded. Now, I'm sure if you've been playing Invasions, you got a lot of coins stacked up. I sure got a lot of coins stacked up from previous seasons where they didn't give us that option to redeem 10. So unless they take them, then I'll be able to probably snatch everything right off the rip. We'll see.
This is new, Tyler. I'm going to tell you. The seasonal store. The seasonal store now has new brutalities for all characters, including the DLC characters. There's 2 per character, and they're going to be there forever. So usually with our seasonal store, it kind of resets each one of the seasons and stuff like that. These will always be there. So when we go into another season or whatnot, those are forever there for you to be able to unlock, and so you don't feel pressured like, oh, I got to get all of these this season. Also, all characters will get a season.
Okay, let's talk about that first. So he said these seasonal brutalities will always be in that store. Now, I was thinking, oh boy, is this going to be like a thing where they put those in there and that's what they're going to put in there like forever, like you get nothing else? But he says they'll be there from season to season, which makes me believe that we still will get new Invasion seasons after Liu Kang's. I know there's been a big question about that, and they still will be reloading. So that's a good thing for year 2.
Seasonal palette this season through the seasonal shop along with gear. So there's more things in the seasonal shop this season.
Good.
Tyler.
Yes.
You thought we were done.
I didn't.
No, we're not done.
I wrote the script. I know what's coming next.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, fair enough. So also with just updating to Khaos Reigns, everybody will get 4 new environments. Those 4 new environments also have 2 variations to each one of the environments, kind of like a day-night sort of cycle. In addition to that, everybody will get 5 new stage variations too. So like the Wuxi Academy now has a different sort of chaos-like themed variation that everybody will get.
Sindel's Throne Room has the damaged version.
You know, before we get to that, we did an interview today with Corey.
What?
From the environment team about the new stages, and I think we should take a look at that video right now.
All right, so we're about to check out these new stages, but as y'all noticed, Khaos Reigns, we got none of the classic stages back. I think there may be a reason for that. If we look at it, this is Liu Kang's new universe, so I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see stages like the Pit and the Deadpool back until Mortal Kombat 13. I just hope stages that aren't planned to be like reintroduced in canon are added to Mortal Kombat 1 in year 2. We didn't really get any new stages in year 1 though, so I don't know. Guess we'll have to wait and see. So let's take a look at our first stage, and we've been waiting for this one to be revealed for a long time.
Sure, so Chaosium is a arena where Havoc and a lot of his masochistic...
If you don't remember, this is the stage they kind of teased with the Quan Chi revealed. We saw him shooting that skull, but we all thought it was the Netherrealm. Don't say you didn't think that, because all of us thought it was the Netherrealm.
Friends are performing murder games kind of 24/7, doing violence on people both willing and not willing. This is just like I said, it's just a space where he kind of runs his games from.
Holds true to all the stages we see in Mortal Kombat 1. These things are like masterpieces.
Up atop the throne, you see him there. So there's a ton of when you're actually fighting in here, there's a ton of just animations and activity going on. It's just a very intense space.
All right, there's the first stage. Let's go ahead and move forward to the next one. All right, next we go to the Fire Temple, which as you can see has been completely destroyed.
We get to then see kind of what Havoc does when he enters the neighborhood, and he's...
much like the Living Forests, except a different color for the fire.
It essentially spits on, Liu Kang's front door. He makes it his own, and it is no longer the same place. It's not tranquil anymore. Havoc has brought his mentality, and it's just chaotic firestorms, and again, an affront to Liu Kang as the god of Earthrealm.
Now, they did say there would be more secrets for us to find once we get the game ourselves, but let's take a look at one more stage, and I think this is my favorite of the new stages that we've seen so far.
So for Havoc Citadel, this is a kind of endless void of winding pathways, all disintegrating and kind of tearing apart.
It's just a mess, but I love this little pathway here that you can actually see as you're fighting in the stage.
In various ways, and this just really, I think, shows some of the physics stuff I mentioned earlier, where
even when it lights
mess
up
with things in a way that don't feel like Earthrealm. There's a lot of just weird spacey stuff going on. And
cool color changes.
Yes,
yeah.
And I give huge props to the team because this is one where it's inherently chaotic and just a ton of winding.
This is actually the view I was talking about, where you can see the pathway.
Pathways, and it can be hard to make that composed, but I think they really did a great job of making.
Ooh, man, that looks so good.
For something that is just so random. And
so
chaotic.
Good. Is that a little? Oh, I thought that was a little General Shao, but it's a gremlin.
Italian sausage, bacon, and pepperoni for only $8.99. That's the lowest price in 3 meat pizzas. Right, Professor Amon-Ra?
Meat plus meat plus meat equals...
the 3 meat treat. Order for $8.99 and get your game day delivered with Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Fire TV has so many great recommendations.
Yeah, serves up the best options from all my apps in one place. It's like it knows what I want to watch before I...
So we didn't get to see everything there, which is good because I don't like when they spoil too much. But now we get to the main event of the evening.
DK, there's one more big thing we want to talk about that's coming with Khaos Reigns.
Yes. So we've got... Dang it, you just said one more thing. We do have one more thing. All right. So for Khaos Reigns, I'm going to read from a piece of paper. I hope everybody's all right with that, For Khaos Reigns, we have removed the Gateway Mesa.
Gateway Mesa, gone.
And we have replaced it with the new Towers of Time. Towers of Time is also accessible from the main menu.
So Towers of Time will not be replacing Invasions like some people thought it would, but it will be replacing the Gateway Mesa, which is fine. I'm just glad they put it on the main menu as well.
So Towers of Time is a combination of the Gateway Mesa and the MK1 Towers of Time experience. There are 9 towers that are always available to the player. The front 3 towers are persistent towers. The first tower is the arcade tower.
All right, he's trying to focus in on reading so we don't miss anything, and there is a lot of information he's about to hit us with, so let's make sure we're following along. So these front 3 towers, he hasn't fully gone through it yet, but this is just like your arcade tower. If you want to go through and get the character endings, you can come right here, you can do that, and these won't ever change. This one is the seasonal tower, so if you want to grind up that seasonal tower, level up your characters, get those Wuxi Academy skins, things like that, we can do it right here. Let's hear what he says this one is because I don't quite remember.
With no modifiers, and players can unlock ladder endings, and they're just quick matches with ladder endings. The second tower is our seasonal tower. Same as what we've had in the Gateway with previous seasons of Invasions. The seasonal tower gets progressively more difficult after each completion, and players unlock seasonal exclusive cosmetics after each milestone level, basically every 5 completions. The third tower is the Legacy Tower. After each completion, players will unlock unobtainable pallets from previous seasons of Invasions.
Whoo boy! There we go! That's a big, huge win. And this is one that stays there. So if you, let's say, did not have Mortal Kombat for Season 1 when Scorpion was, I think it was Season of the Spectre, you can come into this tower and you can earn skins from that season. So you don't have to buy them in the shop no more. That's a big win. That is a huge win.
With later updates, we'll continue to add additional cosmetic items to that loot pool.
That's going to be a big tower we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on.
The middle row of towers is a series of procedurally generated towers that change every hour. The tower difficulty range from very easy to very hard, going from left to right. The final back row of towers.
Now, I think with these mid towers, they were pretty much the same thing that was in the Gateway Mesa. So this is essentially just the Gateway Mesa, kind of like rearranged. And some of the towers have more importance to them. But I mean, there's more to it as well. So let's go ahead and continue.
It's dedicated to our live content. When we go live on the 24th, you'll be able to play the character demo towers for Sector, Cyrax, and Noob. So if you haven't purchased them yet, you can try them out in the Towers of Time. There's exclusive player module pieces for completing the demo towers for each of those characters.
Okay.
Anytime we have a live event or holiday event, they will populate this back row. Now, let's...
All right, so live events will be popping up and holiday events. So these three right now, they are like the seasonal towers for the characters, but they will swap out, I guess. So if you have some type of Christmas event, everybody has Christmas outfits on. I don't know if you can earn one at the end. Whatever they're going to do with it. I mean, if these are updated pretty frequently, and like he said, live events, they could come for just a week. They could come for the month. Who knows how those are going to work? But I mean, these could add a lot of fun things to the game. I wish we had character towers as well, like we had in Mortal Kombat 11, where you can go through and grind and unlock different skins, like new things they add for specific characters. But guess that's what we're not looking at this time. But I mean, you know what? With those live towers, there's a lot they can do to keep things fresh. But I know we're going to get a Titan tower where you can go through and fight Titan after Titan until you get to the top. That one's going to be a lot of fun.
Dig a little deeper. When you press the start button, this will bring up the Towers of Time menu. There are 3 active challenges. Each challenge rewards points. All challenges must be completed in Towers of Time environment. Once an easy or hard challenge is completed, it is replaced with a new challenge. In addition to points, easy and hard challenges reward different crafting components, consumables, or relics.
Let's just continue before we jump in.
That brings us to the weekly challenge. The weekly challenge rewards dragon crystals.
There we go. Y'all have been saying maybe we can unlock some dragon crystals in Towers of Time. I said it wouldn't happen. I was wrong. There's a weekly challenge here where you can unlock 75 dragon crystals. Now, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. But as the weeks go on, if you're going and knocking those challenges out every week, you can stack up on those dragon crystals and buy some skins. So I was wrong. They are actually giving us more dragon crystals in game. People are going to complain about that amount. I already know it, but hey, at least they're giving us some, right? I mean, it could have been 100 though. Give the players who grind for it $4 a month. Why not?
The weekly challenge can only be completed once per week. The weekly challenge also rewards a generous amount of Towers of Time points. What do these points do, you might ask?
I thought he was going to say a generous amount of dragon crystals.
I was going to ask.
I know. These points contribute to a bi-weekly player versus player competition within Towers of Time. Once the timer runs out, players are rewarded items based on their final placement, and a new competition begins.
What kind of items?
Very exciting.
All right. For launch of Khaos Reigns, only challenges will be rewarding points. But very soon, we're going to be adding points to towers. So the harder the tower, the more the points that you'll receive upon completion. We just really want to massage the numbers and things like that before we, push it out to everybody.
Right.
So there it is.
Nice.
So the players who get the most points get some items. He didn't necessarily say what items they were, but hopefully they reward the winner handsomely for the grind. Personally, if I won, I would be happy if they gave me the Warhammer back because that thing was OP, but they never should have took it away. Now, that's actually all that we got announced for Khaos Reigns. If y'all notice, they didn't announce anything about 1v1. So this scene in the Khaos Reigns launch trailer caused a big mess because a lot of people thought the lack of a cameo here thought we would be getting 1 versus 1 without any cameos. Now, if you think back to the Takeda trailer, the Homelander trailer, they always do these shots, even in the Peacemaker trailer, where they're focusing on the character and they don't put the cameo in the shot. So I didn't think anything about this, but some people thought this meant we were getting a 1 versus 1 mode. Now, I went back and looked at it and thought, maybe because they didn't put the cameos here, but they did put a cameo with Kuai Liang, then it does mean they're teasing the 1 versus 1. But the fact that it was not mentioned in the combat cast, it's not happening. Still possible. There's a 20% chance, but I don't think it's happening. What do y'all think? And what do y'all think about everything we learned during this combat cast? Are you more excited about Khaos Reigns? What do you think about the challenge tower? Let me know everything in the comment section of this video. But thank y'all for tuning in. This was a longer one, but thank y'all for sticking around. Palm Squad, let's get to that.
The Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99 each. Live free, eat Sonic.
Sell your digital creations on Shopify. From teaching templates for your class.
What's going on, everybody? Kenny Bomb is in the building, and we have officially reached the end of another era in Mortal Kombat 1, as Chaos will officially begin to reign starting tomorrow. As I'm recording this video, and I hope you see this video the same day I'm recording it, because this is actually the last chance. There are some things we need to get in here and get done before this update, and I'm going to show you exactly what they are right now.
Run, boy, they coming down.
Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is hop into Invasions mode and take down Shang Tsung if you haven't already. He's not hard at all. You can bully your way right through him, and you're going to need some coins to do what we're about to do next. So, after you take down Shang Tsung, you want to come into the shop. Now, I know this says 3 days left, but I'm recording this video a little early because I'm going to be busy tomorrow. So, let's go ahead and go in. And after you get your coins, you got to make sure you get the skins you want. And for me, you know we always got to start out with Sub-Zero. Hopefully I got enough coins to get everything I need, though, because I did not 100% Invasions this season. Much deserved, much deserved. I still got 2 days, though. Maybe we'll get to it. I don't know. Alright, so of course we got to clear the shop for Sub-Zero stuff. That's actually not a bad mask. Alright, so after we get Sub-Zero, we're going to see what Scorpion has. Scorpion usually has some good stuff. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take this. Not as good as the Reptile skin, but it's still good. Now the reason I'm telling y'all to do this today is because they're going to take these coins tomorrow. They're going to reset the shop. They're going to reset your seasonal stuff. So you will not have these coins anymore. So make sure y'all come pick up Sub-Zero stuff, pick up Scorpion stuff. Reptile has 2 masks. That's what we don't want. Let's see what Rain has. Don't really care about Rain staffs. All right. Of course, I wonder if they're going to add DLC character stuff in here in the future. I guess we'll see. All right, we'll get Shank soon since this was actually his season. All right, General Shao. Maybe I'll just show y'all everything in this seasonal store, just in case you want to come get something. But it looks like we actually didn't get much this season. We'll get this for Tanya. All right, we already got the weapon, Sindel. Some of this stuff you may even be able to unlock in Invasions, but as stated, I didn't 100% it, so I know I'm missing some things. We know Reiko don't got nothing. Come on, what are we doing? A lot of gear, not a lot of skins this time. All right, let's see. Liu Kang, definitely need it. One of my favorite Liu Kang skins, so we'll clear that palette. Why not get it? Looks like we don't got much stuff in here anyway. Johnny Cage, don't need it. Kung Lao, might as well get it. I'll get this too so it doesn't pop up in the shop later. Alright, so as y'all see, I didn't finish Invasions, but it looks like I got more than enough coins to get everything. Yeah, because they do not have much skins in here at all. Alright, we'll grab this for Havoc. Gearus. Just got some Gearus that we don't need. I guess that's pretty much it. Seasonal store's pretty empty this time. Let's go ahead and max out these coins. I believe we got all the skins. We got those for General Shao. Sindel has some nice stuff in there.
Back in 2022, I lost 2 very important people in my life. Big figures. It really wasn't until February of this year that I finally gave therapy a chance. And the cool thing here is I actually use BetterHelp to do it. In fact, I still use it weekly to this day. And I gotta tell you, I feel very foolish for not using it sooner. I'd say it wasn't until about the 4th session, but all of a sudden I started having these just aha moments. And it was like, oh, wait a minute. So you're telling me that other people experience this and this is normal? It's helped me get my motivation back. It got me going back to the gym. It just feels like somebody took a giant weight off my shoulders. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible. Finding a therapist can be really difficult, especially when you're limited to the options in your area. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding a therapist easier than ever because it's online, it's remote, and by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp can match you with a professional therapist in as little as a few days. It's easy to sign up and get matched with a therapist. And a great bit of peace of mind too. If the therapist you get matched with isn't right for you, you can easily switch to a new therapist with no additional cost, without stressing about your insurance or your network or anything like that. So if you're going through a hard time, or you just want to better yourself, BetterHelp is an amazing place to go.
Okay, Limu, you said it. Then as I spike it, I'll tell them how Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so they only pay for what they need. Got it? Did you get that? Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
We'll get Rain Staff. Look at that. I still got coins, even after not finishing Invasions. Oh, y'all can't even see my coins. I got 11,000 left. All right, let's go ahead and get Raiden stuff. They used to put a lot of stuff in here for these different characters, but now it's really barely nothing. So you don't even have to worry about running out of money. I think I can actually buy everything in here with just a little bit of coins I have. So really no motivation to even finish Invasions. There are some extra chests in there you can unlock, but that Peacemaker mission, man, is insane. All right, let's get this for Natara. Look at that. I can pretty much buy everything with a small bit of coins I got. I guess it's a lot of coins based on the currency. All right, Geras. Let's see. All right, I think we actually just cleared the. I think we just cleared the seasonal store. We didn't get Molina's. And I still got 7,000 coins left. Did we get everything for everybody? Smoke stuff. I guess we'll get it just because we got money left. All right, reptiles. Can we clear this? I think we actually can. I still got 6,000 coins left. And that is it. Remember, if you don't use those coins today, they will take them when that update drops. So even if you don't want the stuff you saw in the shop just now, just go get them and add them to your collection. But it actually wasn't a Peacemaker mission that was whooping me. It was this Johnny Cage mission. And I think the other one was a Homelander mission because you make it to the end, you struggle to make it to the end, and after you make it to the end, they send you back to the beginning. But I'm going to see if I can beat this one on camera. I'm going to give it 2 tries.
3 hours later.
There's no way y'all beat this mission. No way. Absolutely no way. All right, so I'm going to go right there. This guy's whichever. All right, good. Yeah. Okay. The back shadow kick it was that messed me up. All right, let's try it again. Turn around. Why weren't you close enough? All right. This is the last time I'm going to try it. If I lose, Mr. Undefeated will take the defeat. Come on, Johnny. All right, phase. Boom. Back kick. Oh. Back. I think I could have beat it just now. You know what? Something always happens when I'm on camera where I can actually do it. So let's give it another shot. Phase. Jump up, walk up a little bit. Boop. Back kick. More forward. Boop. Back kick. Oh, it wasn't a back kick. It was a phase. All right, I'm going to try it again. You know what? I think I can beat it this time. This might turn out to be like a 15-minute video. That's why I don't like to start these things, because I can't never stop.
75 years later.
I think I'm going to give up. John Cena says never give up. So we can't give up. Phase, Johnny. Walk up a little bit, punch it, back kick. Walk up a little bit, jump up, punch it, phase. Jump up, back kick, phase. Turn around, boom, go, what? Oh, we got it. I was doing this for so long. I knew if I did it on camera, we could beat it. I am still Mr. Undefeated. The Homelander mission doesn't count. That's what we not doing. But I beat the Johnny one at least, so I'm getting up out of here, y'all. I'm going to have a good night tonight. It's 3 a.m. right now. Bomb Squad, Kings, let's get to that.
Just trying to lighten the mood.
There's a family in our driveway.
Mom, it's a terrible thing to waste.
Sink into the floor.
Wait.
Sink.
Yo.
Sorry, man.
Get out! Yo!
This is a monster who did this.
I love you.
I just want to find out who killed my kid.
911. He's looking for me and I need help.
Man, beef in the MK1 community is flying out here. One tweet from me got the #1 Scorpion player in the world, and one of the best Sub-Zero players in the world. I say one of because Sub-Zero is so bad, I don't know who actually competes with him in tournament. But yes, it's MK Javier and Sikander. And I even saw that MK Javier and Mike Trelinsky will probably be running a beef set. I saw this clip from Mike.
Javier, I am calling you out to a rematch right now. You started this beef. You started it, so I gotta finish it. If I beat Javier, I will officially be the best Scorpion on Mortal Kombat.
And then we saw where this was coming from, stemming from these. So it's just getting crazy out here. Everybody is challenging everyone. Sikander posted this tweet just talking about Scorpion being as broken as Homelander and Kenshi. And the second part of the tweet references people saying that Sikander ducks MK Javier and that he just doesn't want to fight Scorpion at all, win or lose. Now, I replied Duckander, and this was really just a joke. I'm pretty sure I stole this, and Sikander definitely knows this. He just replied, "Diff, stay out of this before I wash you up." Many of you don't know this, but back during lockdown and stuff like that, I would watch Sikander streams while just chilling at home. I mean, I have this beautiful super chat from 2022 that I sent. "We were once united by common ground." But I sent one or two other replies like this one to another guy telling me I'd get beat, and I put my phone down and walked away. Yeah, I came back and things were going absolutely insane in this thread. It started with willing to fight Diff, who is a Scorpion player but not Javier, and Sikander replied, "I'll fight them both with Quan, I don't care." Javier ends up showing up under my tweet saying, "Let's do first to 10 $500 sponsored by Team Panther," and Sikander said he was in. I thought with this reply from Javier we might lose the opportunity at this set because the money wasn't quite yet available, but Sikander just said, "Run it right now then, forget the money in Panther." And just like that, we had okay, MK Javier, MK, invite me. Scorpion versus Quan, first to 10. So many different people replying and giving their take. But Sikander is adamant. Scorp, don't get my main, everyone else does. Cry about it. There is a long-standing beef between Javier and Sikander. This goes as far back to the start of summer when there was going to be a Scorpion versus Sub-Zero tournament, but again, these two didn't want to play each other. But then today is Sunday. I usually don't get on Twitter on Sundays because I'm doing a bunch of stuff out and about, and I also don't usually play much MK on Sundays, so again, I just wasn't looking at Twitter. I didn't see any notifications, but it's in the evening now, and I wanted to play some MK because I realized I'd been playing on an Xbox controller wrong this whole time. The default way to block is the right trigger, but do you see how much give there is before it actually activates? It's a huge amount of length. Somebody left a comment that said, "I swear Diff doesn't use his right bumper for block," which makes so much sense. It instantly activates block. So I've just been getting the muscle memory down as I switch over to the bumper. I don't know how I hadn't already done that. And while waiting for a match, I open up Twitter, and here is a call out from Sikander himself this morning, and it was just a joke. Oh no. Oh gosh. So he's from the UK, and I'm from North America. It would be like 3 a.m. I'm pretty sure if I were to just hit him back up right now, being like, yeah, let's play. But I am interested in running this set, although I really do want to go against his Sub-Zero, and maybe if Sub-Zero gets buffs with Khaos Reigns, he might be cool with it. Whether it's Quan or Raiden, it feels a little anticlimactic. As an old Sikander viewer, I feel like at the very least, it should be either Raiden or Noob Saibot, and maybe I'm just being a little baby, but fighting against Quan is just not fun. So now I am public enemy #1 of Sub-Zero players. I'm being challenged by Sikander, who is very good, and I'm not even getting to play against his main, so that would suck if I lost like 7-0. And we got the Javier versus Sikander set, which we're going to react to some of it right now, and then I'm going to deep dive if I feel a need, and just react to it in general. If you want to see the whole set, make sure to check out MK Javier's channel. It's on there right now. I don't want to steal like the entire thing. Hey, even if you're here to hate watch me, subscribe to the channel right now. If me and Sikander end up playing, I'll have the set posted on my channel. Win or lose, I do not care. Proof I haven't watched the whole thing. This is my progress bar for the video, and this thumbnail is absolutely wild, by the way. So off rip, Sikander starts with Quan Chi, which is pretty interesting. This matchup, it's not that Quan Chi is favored in it, it's just these characters play into each other really weird. See, like with the armor portal out, it's so tough. How long does that thing last?
Before Black Friday drops, spin your passion into a business with Shopify and break holiday sales records with the world's best converting.
Farah mix, we love to see it. Overall, a clean first round start for Javier, especially with the patience before the amplified portal came out, just sitting there blocking. Crazy that tracks Scorpion's teleport like that. It does get you out of the armor trap, but oh, that's such lucky timing. And a whiff. That's a great shimmy. If Sikander timed that microduck on Javier's stand 2 a little better, it would have worked. The Farah mind games, man. I don't know if Javier wanted that necessarily, but the patience right now from Javier is insane. See, like right here, it just gets so awkward against Quan because he just keeps rebuilding bar. It keeps popping activated portals. Okay. 1-1, 1-1. This set was out of nowhere too, you gotta remember, so you would think the first set at least is a little bit of a warm-up because I think they both just got on and played. Quan Portal is crazy, man. It's why the matchup is just so weird to me. And why I'd prefer to fight against pretty much anyone other than Quan. Also, he's less common, so you get less matchup experience. That portal just be moving. Javier is being extremely patient. I feel like he missed a punish there. Good block. Whoa. That was a nice TP cancel. That's gonna be game 1. I mean, pretty standard in the matchup. Oh no, I forgot. See, I'm no dog in this fight, man. I'm no dog. My only allegiance is being a Scorpion player, okay? That's my only allegiance. What I'll say is Javier's playing pretty properly. The thing you want to do against Quan is just don't let yourself get frustrated. Your goals really should be are to hold block more than you think because Quan is just going to instant air tracking overhead teleport onto you all the time as soon as he gets the armor portal up. And if you can make Quan Chi burn through all of his meter, that's where he becomes pretty bad because his portals last a good amount of time with meter and like 0.5 seconds without it. It's one of the worst moves in the game not amplified and one of the better moves in the game amplified. It's extreme differences. And so having no way to mix with the Serena pick is just really tough. But she does allow full screen conversions with the kick. It's just hard to land those on Scorpion when he'll close the distance. Skipping ahead though, Sikander ends up pulling out Ermac, which is an interesting pick. I think Ermac is kind of slept on. A lot of you asked me in the comments for advice on this character. I know he's popular. He just needs some slight things and he could be one of the best characters in the game. Nice. Well defended by Javier there. And Javier's just really making the strike throw do damage with Farah. Just play it safe until you get Farah back. Good micro duck again. Sick does not let Scorpions get away with the stand 2. I am a little curious why Sick runs Serena in this matchup. I feel like you would want to use Janet or Scorpion cameos, but nice, big round again. You see, I mean, Javier's just super good. I mean, he was Final Combat top 8, right? So he's gonna be amazing. Yeah, I mean, Javier's content with letting Sick be kind of worried about the mids and just take the throw damage when he can get it. Nice. Whew. That dash is crazy. Whew, the whiff punish, man. So beautiful with Ermac. The block. That's a punish. And you see, that's what separates Sikander from like a lot of other players. People hate low fair slide, and don't get me wrong, it's one of the strongest moves in the game, but being able to reliably punish a 10 frame like negative on block move is nuts. Yeah, Javier recognizes the biggest issue he'll have is kind of right in neutral, where Ermac outspaces his buttons. But also, Ermac is better, like, or pretty good in the air, so you can't just throw out back 3 at range. Man, the shimmies are wild. That whiff punishment.
Every time I talk to people about Taylor brands, they ask, why should I get an LLC through a third party? Can't I do it just all by myself? Of course the company wants to make a profit, but that's the beauty about Taylor brands. They're transparent about the fact that starting a business costs money. There's no getting away with it. They're not keeping it a secret that you can handle some of those services on your own, but Taylor Brands is not about that. Their guided platform will create a personal business plan for you. If you feel stuck, you have real people you can talk to via their live consultations. It makes Taylor Brands the only business builder. Everything you need is just in one place. Using Taylor Brands, you can form your LLC, take care of your business licenses and permits, set up your business insurance, open a business bank account, brand your business automatically with easy-to-use tools. Taylor Brands is all about giving you the info and choices to make smart calls. It's your journey, and you call the shots on what your business really needs. I mean, only you know what your business really needs. So head to Taylor Brands and build your business today.
Cool hippo.
It's not a hippo. It's a dragon.
Lunchables, what's your Lunchable?
Uh-oh. This is where it gets spooky, because now you're in the blender. Sikander does have break, though. Oh, we're just getting the spin. Oh, that was so dangerous. That's over. Man, Farah, back 3 into Farah.
Finish him.
Oh, no, man. It's just like, I mean, Scorpion's strong. He's easily top 10. I'd say with Sikander's skill level, Ermac is probably the best built to deal with Scorpion out of Quan Chi, Ermac, and Raiden. The reason being is Sikander can reliably duck the stand 2, meaning there's kind of a neutral range where Ermac's buttons hit and Scorpion really can't unless he commits to back 3, which is definitely slow. So Scorpion needs to take extra space in order not to be countered. This leads to Ermac getting some opportunities though, because at that farther range, back 3 into either Farah option can be made to whiff by jumping. So Ermac being a decent character in the air and Scorpion kind of having to play in this uncomfortable range gives you a decent chance, but Javier really shows that just enforcing the throw combos is king. I will say it was one mistake from Sikander to lose the first round where he had to break. If he didn't have to spend all 3 bars there in the first round, this could have been much different. In the second round, it actually doesn't start that great for Sikander. I mean, he gets throw looped right away. I mean, Javier's just willing to risk getting micro ducked right here, and he's building massive amounts of damage. After that, though, you start to see why Sikander probably takes Serena instead of Janet Cage in the matchup, and that's to use Serena's just single glaive to check in neutral. It just interrupts Javier, and then he can close space if he needs to. It isn't a true combo. It looks like it on the first one. Javier just, I think, guesses wrong, but he really is doing it so that he has some way to stop Scorpion from just endlessly throwing out back three or a spear or any of his slower, farther range moves. In the third round, you really see what getting all that throw pressure early on is worth, because his mid is just opening Sikander up a bit, and then he can focus more on the mid usage in general. That way Sikander doesn't feel as comfortable anymore trying to micro duck or neutral duck the stand 2. And overall, this round really goes down to back 3 into Pharah. Okay, and then we got to see some Scorpion versus Raiden, which you don't see the matchup as much anymore, because Raiden just has a hard time taking advantage of the meta cameos. I think that's a little bit of an accident right there from Sikander. Oh, that's going to be big damage. An up block punish and Pharah combos with Scorpion are nothing to laugh at. 28. Sikander's just trying to keep his turn. It's really nice. Oh, that's a ballsy grab. And again, we're going to see Pharah come out. It really is Javier's game plan to get these throw combos going, because it opens up your mids. And again, look at this. He'll get Pharah in time. It's absurd. Scorpion is so good right now. Ooh, that's a great micro duck. Just guess wrong. It's really what's the big issue with Scorpion. I think Scorpion is a great character on his own, but he's not like super top tier. With Pharah, that's crazy. That's so nuts. You definitely see Javier doing less of the vortex play you could do with Scorpion Pharah. That's a great anti-air. Just solely because he's always depleted by going for the throw combos, but that's it. I mean, Scorpion Pharah, it's kind of wild, huh? It's wild. So yeah, make sure to check out the set. Let me know if you want me to play against Sikander in the comments below. There's just a lot of beef going around in the community right now, and I think that's kind of beautiful. The DLC has got us all a little bit riled up, ready to get back and compete.
The 2024 Kia Sorento. It's the perfect blend of style, comfort, and adventure-ready capability. You'll enjoy advanced technology features to help keep you comfortable. Plus, you'll love its available turbocharged performance. Conquer it all in your new Sorento. Click now to grab a fantastic offer and make one yours today.
You see, I was gonna do a giant compilation going through all these comments asking me for Road to Rank 1, but truthfully, I'm just glad people are asking for the series again. NRS buffing Scorpion buffed the series, essentially. But as I said in the tier list, I actually got coaching finally, so here's 30 seconds of stuff I've learned that you should implement too. The first one is the concept of safe jumps. So look at this, after I knocked down Reptile, I hit him with that jump too, and then still block the armor. I knew about safe jumps, but I wasn't using them as well as I could have. If you're looking to do safe jumps, you want to find moves with a hit advantage around 37. 4-3-4 also works. It has a hit advantage of 47. You just might have to delay the jump a tiny bit. And lastly, a perfect one, you can knock the opponent down with back 2, go for your jump, and then if this jump kick right here lands, you get the full combo, but if the opponent armors, I can still block it and stay safe. Next up is just jailing. Down 1 has 12 frames of hit advantage, so whenever your opponent goes for down 1, you block it and you end up punishing with your own down 1. If you're playing a mix-up cameo, you want to be doing back 2 because down 1 jails into the back 2, and then the only way Reptile can get out of having to block that is to spend armor. Every move from Scorpion except for back 3 and back 2 has a gap before you can call in Pharah, so the opponent can interrupt. And then the final thing is I wasn't using all the different type of anti-airs. If the opponent crosses you up like this, you can do down 4 and then just dial in the spear. You could also get a stand 4 after that, If the jump in's deep, use back 2. And then stand 1 is actually kind of a catch-all. It's mainly used when the opponent is jumping at an awkward distance and things like that. Lastly, it's the down 1, and you want to use the down 1 to avoid high ambush cameos that opponents use to jump in on you. And that is just a short list of what I've been working on. Let's get into it. So my rank has fallen a bit, which I don't think matters because Scorpion's a completely different character, but I'm rank 323. Okay, I'm lying. My rank actually fell way more than that. By the time I finally played rank again, I was like rank 560, I believe, somewhere in the 500s. But the person coaching me had me play at least 50 rank sets before our final session, so I actually dropped all the way to like 1200 because I think I lost my first 8 sets solely because I was restricted from using certain things, if that makes any sense. So I wasn't crutching on the things that I already know how to do. But I think this is a good restart point, and I'm only 100 ranks lower than when I last left off. Oh, wired connection right off rip. Okay, it is a person with a whole lot more games than me, or sets. Holy, that's like 10 times what I've got. I'd say so far in the 50 sets I've played, who I think is the hardest to go against, Nitara, Pharah, Hurts, the Soul. I don't like Smoke online, but at least it's wired. For that. Reset. Reset off rip, we take it. Into the throw. Like, this sequence happens for me so often.
No matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help you have fewer attacks and relieve your asthma symptoms. Tespire is an add-on treatment for people 12 and over. It is not a rescue medication. Don't take Tespire if you're allergic to it.
How did I miss that? I tried to anti-air him out of that. What the? What is going on? Okay, just get me out of this round, please. Let's go. Whew, smokes are super unpredictable, just filled so much meter, and so some smokes, like, it's so unpredictable like that. Like, that's unsafe, right? But a smoke will do it. Oh, nice. I've never seen a smoke Janet before, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This is new for me. Why did he just walk me down and do nothing? That actually kind of spooks me.